Life simulation games often have a very unique appeal to gamers and casual people. The concept of living a virtual life, or watching people live a virtual life, is inherently captivating depending on your lifestyle and if you were able to have what they had. Like cool clothes, friends, a house, food. Those things are becoming a rarity nowadays. But it's fun to see other people's lives besides your own, at least for me. There's a whole world out there. While I'm doing my own thing, my friends and families are also doing their own thing. And unfortunately, I can't ultra zoom in onto their lives and also influence them to do what I want them to do, unless I'm a manipulator. Or gay. It's why I'm extremely happy to announce that Tomodachi Life, Living the Dream, is the perfect game to visualize my imagination on other people's lives, fictional or otherwise. For those unaware, Tomodachi Life is a life simulation series where you create me's and watch them do shit. That's an oversimplification, but it's not exactly wrong. Starting from the Nintendo DS with the Japanese-only Tomodachi collection, meaning friend, the Tomodachi Life series showed us the idea of me's interacting, having their own houses, talking with each other, having a voice, like us humans. Me's have always been a part of Nintendo's history, and they really pushed them back in the late 2000s and 2010s. I mean, think of all the Wii games that had you use your Miis as a character, and it was for good reason. Miis are probably some of the most diverse and customizable characters. You can create quite literally anyone you're thinking of, with a couple compromises, but it's easy and didn't require much skill, especially since it debuted on the Wii, the console for non-gamers. When Miitopia released on Nintendo Switch, the customization for Miis were pushed tenfold when face paint was evolved, allowing users to create custom faces that can match almost any character if you were dedicated enough. And this created the idea in a lot of people's heads. What if we got a new Tomodachi Life game that had this kind of feature? That'd be crazy. Well, here you go, Living the Dream. It should be noted that Living the Dream has been in development since 2017, but there's definitely been a natural evolution of the Mii creation process that definitely helped Living the Dream's existence. Although I won't lie, the face paint is a downgrade from Miitopia, but anyway. One of the most defining features of Living the Dream is the Mii creation process. Back when the demo released, people instantly saw the potential for creating Miis. You can create Miku, some anime or game character. If your mind is set to it and you're willing to compromise on a Mii looking only good from the front, you can do anything. If you've been on social media, you've probably seen some outlandish clips of the craziest crossovers, and with the ability to customize people's personalities and voices, it creates some very interesting results.
Good evening, Kiryu Kazuma. Do you feel like talking about being a
Oh yes, the voices. The text-to-speech robotic voice that can say anything that people abuse in Tomodachi Life on the 3DS. I'm not joking, anything. For Nintendo standards, that's like handing us a nuclear bomb, and I'm not gonna get my video taken down or demonetized, but trust me, you have so much freedom. This does come with the compromise of not being able to share anything online. Your Miis, your designs, they are stuck to your own version unless you upload a step-by-step tutorial on social media, which in that case, go wild. But that level of customization instantly makes Living the Dream a game only halted by your creativity. It's like Minecraft, where the only limit is your imagination and how much you're willing to put into it. I've seen people recreate Deltarune assets, and I'm like, how did you do that? For the record, it's not rocket science, it's just more so, I'm realizing in real time I can't draw for shit. Well, customization is one thing. Letting the game play out is another thing entirely, which I've been disregarding. The biggest amount of fun in Tomodachi Life is creating what you want to create and seeing what happens. Life is life. People talk, people chat, people do this. The second half of Tomodachi Life is just watching what happens with your creations. To be clear, you are the creator, but you're an advisor at the very most. You can check up on Miis, see what they're up to, but you can't directly tell them what not to do. They can suggest wanting to do something, and you can say no, but that doesn't mean they're actually going to listen to you. That level of freedom instantly makes Tomodachi Life like 10 times funnier. You can create Miis based on characters that are friends in their series, but it can go completely off the rails because of the game just being itself. It's like giving the game a list of words and characters, and seeing it randomize it into some sort of narrative. Everyone's experience is going to be different, which is why you should play the game yourself and create what you want to create. It's imagination personified, and being clear, I'm not exactly the most creative person. It's why I always prefer Terraria over Minecraft, but come on, I had to join the fun of this. I may suck at being an artist and designing characters, but with this kind of game, the lack of polish on my side adds to the charm of it. I've seen multiple versions of characters as Miis, and none of them are the same, yet it gives them all a unique look. They are personalized with the person who made them, and that's sweet, even though mine looks like shit. Since I am a Love Life fan, I actually dedicated most of the island to Love Life characters, more specifically Nijigasaki characters, because hashtag Niji best group. You'd be surprised how long creating a character takes, especially for those that require custom painting. Most of my recording footage is straight up character customization and looking through all the options. I'm not ashamed to admit that I start sweating when I realize a character does not look right. This Tomodachi Life stuff is serious. I've seen how some people create Love Life Miis, and they look 10 times better than anything I could have created, so call my versions Walmart brand or Netflix adaptation. The first Mii I created was Shioriko, both because I was working on my Shioriko video, and also she just had the vibes for this game. It's kind of hard to describe my experience with the game because it'd just be a summary of what's been going on with my world. It's not exactly something I like doing in my videos, but I like analyzing shit, not being a summary slop channel, and honestly, I just insert clips of what happened and the video there, but nah, I gotta give some elaboration. I streamed a bit of this on my Twitch, NoodleGirl22, and it was very much a journey of just watching stuff go down. We made Mia Taylor have this obnoxious singing voice because, well, she's a musical prodigy, so obviously she'd be in song 100% of the time, and it created some of the most stupidest events ever.
Hey there, it's nice to meet you, Noodle. I'm Mia Taylor. I'm an outgoing go-getter who loves exploring new ideas.
I purposely create some Miis to fall in love because I gotta have some sort of agenda for my ships, and most of them actually worked out well. You figured out I had a crush on her, and the exact moment I made Rina, she fell in love with Mia Taylor. You can't make that up. Also, Rina tried being friends with Shioriko, but Shioriko just kinda left her, and I felt bad for Rina, so I gave her curry. What the fuck, Shioriko? I don't know if anyone else had this experience, but why does everyone keep fucking sleeping? Literally everyone is sleeping. I'm scared my sleepy nature somehow leaked into the game somehow, because the moment I'm done interacting with them, they just immediately go to bed. Nothing much. Would you be interested in... Oh, you're going back to sleep? Oh, you're going back to... Oh, you're going... Okay, okay, you're going back to sleep. Okay, that was the fastest sleep... Okay, whoa, okay. Damn, she's... 10 seconds to sleep is crazy, bro. One thing that you have to accept when creating a Mii is that they're gonna be out of character, which makes the times they actually act in character be extremely funny, like Kachimachi wanted to look mature. I'm gonna keep it real, you're a third-year now, but you do not look like one. And also your haircut is horrible. At some point I realized, damn, we're lacking dudes on my island. So I decided to add Akiyama from Yakuza into it. Then I realized, well, you can't have Akiyama without his blue partner Tanimura. Then I was like, well, I had 2 of them, let's just add the Yakuza 4, bro. And Haruka, she's an idol, she's like the Love Life gang. Listen, I'm just trying to fulfill that one what if where Love Life could have crossed it with Yakuza, alright? Shioriko, for some reason, wanted to be friends with Rina again, so they talked about their love for being gay. I got the ability to draw custom assets, so I drew Ashwat, and I was immediately reminded how much I suck at drawing. But Mia Taylor seems to be having fun with it. For some reason, Tanimura is actually chilling with Ayamu, like this is the kind of crossovers I live for. Admittedly, I haven't had much time to play Tomodachi Life compared to others. Their Miis are already getting married and making restaurants, and being frank, I'm taking my time with the game. At a certain point, this becomes a game where you play for a bit at a time just to check up on what your Miis have been doing. This isn't Animal Crossing. You aren't actually controlling a player to do your dailies or anything like that, you're just watching your fellow creations and acting as God. If you ask me personally, just let things play out. I've been having the game up while I'm editing and doing work, and it is so funny having random events appear out of nowhere. If you're playing a game about watching Miis having their own lives, then let them live their lives. Don't rush things. Either way, Tomodachi Life is an amazing game to visualize your imagination, either be fanfics, or the worst crossovers conceived by mankind that only Fortnite can rival. Nintendo really is one of the most bizarre companies when it comes to its consumer base. I mean, they are some of the most out-of-touch companies in the gaming industry, but I won't lie, they always somehow manage to clutch up. Sometimes in the most bizarre ways.